gold lead. You see that Athene's now on Gragas in the 15-minute Trinity coming out from
down. Despite the similar count, indeed, we do see Ezreal with that 2-0 lead over Lucian. And that's going to really help him out as we progress towards the later stages of the game. And things are looking to potentially get a little bit dicey. It's the mid-top area.
Hashtag dicey.
Hashtag dicey.
Shout out to Mr. Bitter. And we also got Elise. She's going to be roaming around that jungle. She does have one ward there at one entrance. She also has an Oracle, so she's looking to do a little bit of counter ward. The top lane does have Fiddlesticks and Kennen up there, and they take down another tower. So that's going to put us a count to 2 and 1. Loveland is just waiting to gank someone.
Yeah, he wants to get the game. At least just waiting, like a spider ready to pounce. At least in League of Legends, the spider does tend to pounce.
Spinning her web.
She's just preparing her cocoon.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Looks like Rumble's got to get out of there, but the stun meet. The OMG now taking a 5-2 lead over Team World Elite.
Random two-shot barrage coming out from Neme, but fortunately just Rumble kind of melted under the 3-for-1 pressure. The slicing maelstrom just got off all those stuns, which just allowed us to get in with the fears, the silences, and then you saw the repel from Elise as well. Yeah. Really good game. But bottom lane.
Forcing the flash, and Ezreal actually going to turn it around and doing a little bit of damage. And Grosk is going to come in and try to throw some barrels. Full delete. It looks like that's not going to be too effective at all.
Yeah, that explosive barrel didn't actually hit anybody at all. The good news is they kept the tower alive. And Ezreal did have to use that flash, but he didn't drop the kill. And that's kind of what we were looking for there. With that assault and battery coming in from Clear Love, you really only kind of use that when you need to buy time for your team to come in and finish them off. But the follow-up was just kind of a little lackluster from World Elite. So, OMG, Name is able to just get out of that. And again, like, that guy took MVP from the LPL last week, and those are stuff.
To the negative. It doesn't look like they want to push the tower just yet. And the Dragon will be respawning pretty soon, about a minute and a half left before he comes around. And we're seeing a gank from Team World League getting ready to be set up, but it is spotted. And look at that. Nice maneuvering out of there, but it's not going to be enough from the look of things. Ezreal gets slain, and looking like we're going to see a little bit more farm on Lucian.
That was a really good position for Mez, because he was able to arcane shift over that clump of trees, but Annie and Tibbers, especially with that wind-up stun, it's kind of hard to do anything else after that. And we saw Wei Xiao just throw out the culling, basically just for the fun of it at the end of it. He just barely got the kill on top of Ezreal. But hey, a kill is a kill. That allows them to get the tower. It's going to put some much-needed gold in the pockets of Team World Elite. Now puts them up, actually puts them up to the negative 4,000. But hey, it's better than -6 they were just a moment ago.
Indeed, and we're having enough. They're just totally demolish Rumble. They're not afraid the tower dive, and it always seems like he's caught out alone. Doesn't really have any support from his team, and it's just unfortunate because he's starting to give away these skills here and there. The OMG
has a lot of crowd control under the name. Loveland,
nice steal.
Loveland with the blue steal. Just casually walks up, steals the blue, and walks away. It's just that is something to behold. Orianna though.
Moving towards center, trying to do it, but we have some good damage coming from Kennigan. He's going to try the flash out. Can he escape? No! Shut down as Lucian gets the kill. And, backing away.
Yeah, at least is able to repel to the creeps, just slightly off camera there, but you heard the cheer, at least we heard the cheer from the other side of this venue, and oh my goodness, was that ever deafening for that death on top of Kennen. But, OMG, they have a lot of control under the belt. Like, they got the fiddlesticks, he's seen the stun counters going up and up here from going, and the repositioning from Cool on, from that do a lot to the team. We've got to keep an eye on that fiddlesticks in the corner.
It's going to become a tense situation. Can OMG get the kill? All right, Crowstorm moving forward here, and is it going to be enough? Lots of DPS coming out from Team OMG. Rumble low on health, forced to retreat at least for the time being, and
the only kill is actually going to be that Vi. That's actually impressive.
Very
but
impressive.
The Crow Storm didn't really hit the people that he needed to. Like, the fight wasn't in the Dragon Pit. It was actually a bit more hard. But the Annie comes out. Name just shuts down that Annie whatsoever. I mean, that Tibbers was, like, really, really key right there.
Well-timed plays. And Kennigan going to move forward. Two-shot barrage from Ezreal. And look at that. OMG. Oh, my God.
That's basically the only way to put that. 4 kills to 1 for that exchange. You see the flashing health bars on Jessica. You see the flashing health bar on Name. And I'm not actually sure why that says OMG Jessica. It should be Calme. But these team fights from World Elite are just looking a little sloppy.
Yeah, unfortunately, they are. They did get the first blood, but following that up and, a few good ganks in the bottom lane, it seems like OMG overall has simply been outperforming Team WCG when it comes to those team fights. And now, they've got more towers. They've gotten Dragon twice, despite Team World Elite trying to get the second Dragon. Things are just starting to look, really shaky for World Elite.
Well, I mean, we were looking at the gold differences up about $1,000, then they were about $5,000. Now they're almost up 10,000 gold over top of World Elite.
Yeah.
That after you start hitting the 6 digits of gold difference, it starts becoming an extremely steep path to climb, because if you want to get that comeback, you got this gigantic mountain of gold that you got to get over, and it's not that often that we actually see that happen.
We did see Team World Elite try to attempt to gank Gragas in the top, but he decides no chance. He's going to pour it home, regroup. Ezreal just continuing as the carry. Keep farming up, man. You're doing good, just fine with that 4-1-3 score.
Well, they see Lucian at the top, and they see the double of World Elite here in the mid. They do got a ward, and you can see Fiddlesticks off doing a ward on the enemy blue again. So something we have been seeing from a lot of the Asian teams this weekend, especially from China, especially from Korea, is their immaculate buff control. It's like, usually you see a 2-2 split, but more often than not with these Chinese and Korean teams, it's like a 4-0 split. I mean, they own their blue and they own your blue, and there's very little you can actually do about it.
OMG, it looks like they were setting up to potentially gank bot. Should any World League heroes try to move out a little bit too far, but it looks like the trade-off will simply be a tower that World Elite, they can't really contest this full court Jester.
Yeah, Oriana's still in the middle. Gragas is just playing interference over there, and I mean, Ezreal right now with that Trinity and the Blade of the Ruin King with cooldown boots, like, it's extremely hard to duel him, but he also hits like a truck. And these towers are just melting. 5 towers to 2 for OMG. More gold in the pocket. Chinese. If you, they were looking for a pick to kind of keep going, keep the pain train going after that first tower. But they didn't get anyone, but they still got the tower. If we do have another team fight and OMG has like a massive advantage, like 2-3 trade out for 0, we might even see a Baron.
Yeah, definitely possible with the Baron, and there's a lot of potential fighting that could happen in a Team World Elite's top jungle. And they're trying to rush forward towards Fiddlestick. Oh, they're going on the Elise, and the initiation's pretty good, but we're seeing so much tankiness. Rumble getting feared, and just loads of AoE damage going on. OMG. And it looks like Jessica will indeed fall. We're seeing Kennen move forward and trying to get some damage done. Lots of low health. Triple though on Ezreal.
Oh my god. Could this be a penta? Come on, Nemai. Do the penta. The Koreans are going for it as well.
One more.
Going takes it away from him. Damn him.
Oriana, the lone remaining survivor from World Elite, and barely with any health left, forced to retreat. And she spots Oriana. She's going to try to escape, but ace on the Ezreal and World Elite. Is there any coming back from this point?
2 team fights in a row that they have not even remotely traded well. Another tower is going to go down. That blue buff was stolen out by the Gragas as well. It's just like, I'm going to take that back. They don't need a Baron. Like, they can use that Baron as a baiting tool here for World Elite, because when you do get down in the dumps like this, you got to make like desperate plays. Could be a desperation Baron later on, but man, OMG is just in fantastic form, and part of the reason there is not only their positioning, but as well as their item advantage. Like, look at this Kennen. Kennen has had the Zonia's Hourglass forever. He has an Abyssal, plus the Sork boots on top of that. He's in fine form. We got the tankiness from Elise. We got the tankiness coming out from middle with both the Kindle Gem as well as the Sightstone. Ezreal has a Last Whisper. He's hitting like a 4x4 spike into that death cap of his Athenes on top of a Haunting, guys. It's overwhelming damage at this point.
All right, well, it looks like Elise is going to go ahead and move in on Orianna. Backs out for at least a second, and it's once again another team fight. And World Elite is just running away. They do not want to fight OMG in this scenario, and, you know, let's be honest, they really don't want to.
Well, Vi getting deleted like that means that they lose their initiation, they lose that ball delivery system that they really do kind of use to their advantage, because if OMG clumps up and you can get an excellent shockwave, that is just, you know, really good positioning for your Tibbers, for your equalizer, but, you know, Vi got deleted, Rumble used the equalizer, we still have the Tibbers, thank goodness, but, I mean, it's just looking worse and worse for World Elite, because now we got a Baron on the table.
Yeah, with the Baron global buff for OMG, things are just going to be, if you thought you could fight, you can't.
He's going to go for the kill.
Shot Barrage trying to go on any, but no, Orianna going to provide a bit of extra support, and Lucian away from the rest of his lane gun head for the time being.
Kind of needs to. You got to put up some kind of defense here, otherwise OMGs are going to steamroll over this.
All right, so forecourt gesture, is this the time to try to push towards one of these, you know, middle towers?
We've been seeing a lot of split push strategies, like a 4-1 strat from a lot of the different Asian teams, but typically you see that with like the top laner, and that would have been Kennen in this regard. But I think, you know, Kennen, he does a lot of damage. That's an invisible dragon, but it's there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. You can see kind of like the 4-1 split still going on, but it's not Kennen. It's going to be Ezreal up in this top lane. I mean, Ezreal is 8-1 and 5, and with loads of damage just there. I mean, even if somebody came in one-on-one, like Name, he's just going to delete them. So you can go 2-on-1, but if you go 2-on-1, the 4-man gank squad from OMG is just going to crush one of your towers. And that True Shot Barrage is just doing overwhelming damage. That was the entire creep wave. Like, what do you do against that kind of split push situation? So go home.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that going. OMG just, you know, filling up their pockets with a little bit more cash, and Gold going to secure a blue buff as well on Elise.
Nah, I think it's going to go Gragas.
Oh, okay.
Gragas seems to be taking it a lot. I mean, he only has the one cooldown item from the Athenians. So that extra blue buff will bring him to the max cooldown of 40%. And Gragas with 40% cooldown reduction and infinite mana is really hard to deal with. Like, he has fantastic poke. He's going to have those casks up whenever he basically wants. And he's regenerating all of his health and all of his mana, so you can't even counter poke him. Like, you can't wait him out, you can't counter poke him, and he just ends up destroying your front line.
All right, well, it looks like OMG, they've pinged the mid. It's time for them to move in towards the mid tower.
And he's not even here.
And he's not even around their World Elite. They can't fight, and here comes in the Crow Storm. True Shot Barrage as well, doing some damage. And it looks like Gragas on a killing spree, just absolutely decimating the mid tower as well. Looks simply Dale comes back, but I mean, it's just looking absolutely terrible for World Elite.
I'm watching these Qs come out from Ezra, his Mystic shots, and he just hit Messiah for 25% hit points. It's like, he was burning as well because of the red buff, as well as his stats are a little bit boosted from the Baron. But I mean, you saw the double AoE comp coming out. You had the Crow Storm, you had the Slicing Maelstrom. Just absolutely deleted by. That's 2 fights in a row now that the initiator from World Elite is gone, and 5-on-4 enough, but Messiah getting chunked down like that.
And just, you know, World Elite, they're doing their best, trying to do a little bit of damage, but look at that. Kennen is just absolutely, like, can't even do any damage to them. They're trying to do some good damage to everyone.
Just got deleted.
Deleted, like, erased from the actual code files at this point.
One barrel took out 70% of his hit points. It was just sickening to watch. Cool on that Gragas doing amazing work. And Tibbers, no chance. Tibbers actually got smited.
I mean, you know, Gragas wants down to get that. It looks like this is the last stand for World Elite. They're doing their best, but I mean, they did at least force OMG back temporarily, but I don't even think it's going to matter at this point.
They killed the Fiddlesticks. Elise is kind of out of the picture. Name is almost like going 3-on-1, but here comes going. That equalizer again, just not the positioning that they want. Cool's now coming back because he has a little bit of that regeneration under his belt. Going is just starting to absolutely delete that Annie, but it doesn't even matter.